Good morning, my beautiful friends. This is your wake up call with Maui Paul. I am Maui Paul. We are here today to say some nice things about ourselves. Thank you guys so much for being here. Good morning, Dan, Janet, Shauna, and everybody else who is here but hasn't yet left a comment. Drop a comment so I know you're here. But it has been a fantastic morning so far, and I am looking forward to sharing some of it with you. Good morning, Susan. Happy Monday to you. It is indeed Monday. The day that a lot of people dread because they have to go back to work or something of that nature. But the fact is that this week gives us a new opportunity to reinvent ourselves, to reinvent the way that we interface with other people, and really ultimately to completely change the course of our lives. So say happy Monday to you. Good morning. Today we're going to pull a card off the top of my I am deck. I'm going to ask you if you are the affirmation on the card. We are going to respond out loud together. I am that affirmation. As we do that, we are building into our own lives. We are changing our own perception of what is. And more importantly, we are giving ourselves valuable ammunition for when the world is not going the way that we want it to be able to change our own mental state, reach for a better feeling, and ultimately change the course of our lives. So let's have some fun today and completely change our self-perception by pulling a card off the top of the deck and saying that today I am diligent. I am diligent. I continuously learn and improve. So I am diligent. I continuously learn and improve. Are you diligent? You are diligent. You continuously learn and improve. And indeed, you do. The fact is that you have learned something yesterday, and you learned something the day before that, and the day before that as well. All of the lessons that we learned yesterday, we take into our today. And in my world, I am continuously learning, improving. I'm continuously learning how to operate my own marketing software better. I'm continuously learning about the markets that I serve. I'm continuously making the wake up call better. I'm continuously improving these cards. I Am Diligent used to have a different image on it, and I really didn't like that image. And so now we have this nice stack of books as a visual metaphor because I'm continuing to learn and improve. As I explore these words, these words reveal themselves to me, and I'm really excited about that. And so I do continuously learn and improve, and I know you do as well. I'm going to write that down in the comments that I am diligent, that I continuously learn and improve. And I encourage you to write that down in the comments as well, because as we write things down, it solidifies them in our subconscious. Not only do we have to think the thought, but we also have to translate the thought into finger movements in order to make it happen on the keyboard. And that's a very, very important thing because it starts to engage like our motor cortex. It starts to really help us to embody, to embody the traits that we are working to embody. So I am diligent. I continuously learn and improve. One of my goals always with any one of my dreams is to make sure that I don't have what I call a 0 day. A 0 day is when you do nothing on it. A 0 day is when you don't even log in, when you don't even open up the book, when you don't do anything at all. It's a 0 day. And I would rather get almost nothing done than get nothing done. Because if I got almost nothing done, then I still moved forward. And sometimes I find that even if I don't necessarily want to get something done, even if I feel like I'm just going to go through the motions, just to remind myself that I have a dream and that my dreams are important, that oftentimes I'll get really into it and I will get a lot more done than I thought I would. And so diligence is really an exercise in discipline. It's an exercise in focus. It's an exercise in deciding that our dreams are more important than our scrolling, that our dreams are more important than what we see on Facebook or Reddit or TikTok or Twitch, that our dreams are more important than the distraction that lives inside of our pocket every single day, that what we are doing is something that we can do a little bit better today. And as we do it a little bit better today, then we are able to set ourselves up for more future success. Because the foundation that we're building today is something that we get to walk on day after day after day for all of our tomorrows. We are setting ourselves up for success. So I am diligent today. I continuously learn and improve. And that does not mean that my dreams consistently show up. That doesn't mean that I always achieve the things that I set out to achieve. What it does mean is that I continuously learn and improve. That because I'm diligent, that the discipline that I create in myself through my diligence is something that consistently bears fruit in my world, just like it does in yours as well. So we are diligent people. We continuously learn and improve. We continuously iterate, and we continuously stand on the foundation that we built before. And so I'm curious today as to what it is that you are being diligent about. What is it that you are learning more about right now? What is it that you are improving? What of your dreams can I build into? How can I support you? How can I help? How can I be a part of your world? How can I be a cheerleader for you? Because it is really difficult sometimes to do a little bit every single day. There are many days when I don't want to at all. When the weight of the projects that I have put on myself, when it seems like they're too much for me to bear, when sometimes I get into the attitude of thinking that, well, maybe I can't do this, maybe I won't succeed at this. And of course, such thinking is natural, but it's poisonous to our dreams. And so I am diligent to continuously learn and improve, to recognize when I'm continuously learning and improving, and to really point it out in myself. And sometimes when I'm really feeling like I have just failed and failed and failed, because boy, have I. Nobody ever succeeds without a string of failure that precedes it. But sometimes I feel like like no matter what I do, it's just like I'm treading water, like I'm just exhausting myself and getting nowhere. But sometimes when that happens, that there are other people around me who love me and support me and point out the things that I'm being willfully blind to, who say, "Hey, look where you were a week ago, and now look where you are today." Just because things haven't happened right in the last 5 minutes doesn't mean that your dream is dead. It just means that things haven't gone right in the last 5 minutes, and you will recover from it. And I'm here to tell you that you will also recover from every setback that's happening and besetting you in life. That because you are diligent, because you are continuously learning and improving, because the you that is facing your problems today is the most mature you that has ever been, the wisest you that has ever existed, the most intelligent, the most experienced. We face today as new people. Every morning I'm born again. Every morning you're born again too. We go to sleep. We don't know where we go when we sleep, but we wake up in the morning in the same bed and we act like it's an unsurprising thing. And yet, we are different. We are well rested. We are ready to take on the world. I remember that last night I was feeling kind of frustrated. And I remember that somebody gave me a call and that I was really man, I just wasn't putting my all into this. And it was essentially a sales call. It was something that could very easily turn into money. And I remember that I was so tired after having worked all day and having like just made manifest my dreams all day. I was so tired that I honestly just didn't want to talk to this person. And this was something where I very it could very much easily turn into a tremendous boon for me just in order to talk to them. And I remember that I put forth the most effort that I could, but I just didn't have the capacity. I didn't have the capacity to have the level of charisma, have the level of eloquence that I usually have, because they called me at like midnight. And I just remember thinking to myself, like, you know what, I might not handle this as well as I would like to today. But tomorrow I'm going to reach back out. I'm going to reach back out fresh. And I'm going to give this person the attention that they truly deserve. And so I cut the phone call short and I said, listen, I can't do this right now, but let's talk tomorrow. And just understanding my own limitations and understanding that, that I can, that I also get tired and that I also get exhausted and that my brain chemicals don't work as well at midnight as they do at 9 o'clock in the morning. Just an understanding of that helps me to put off this very important phone call until I am fresh and ready and prepared for it. And that's a part of continuously learning. Understanding our limitations is a part of continuously learning and improving. Understanding when is the best time to do something and when it's a lousy time to do something is a part of learning and improving. So I am diligent today. You are diligent too. And this card is our permission slip to do just a little bit today. Even if it's not a lot, even if it's only 5 minutes of moving forward on dreams that are important to us, on things that we recognize that we would like to accomplish that we are not accomplishing because other stuff is getting in the way. Let's remember to prioritize the things that are important, because we all have 24 hours in a day, and some people accomplish a whole lot more in those 24 hours than other people do. And the question is why? Why is it that some are so effective and some are so ineffective? When we all have the same number of hours in the day, when we all have the same amount of daylight? And the answer is focus and priority. We all have the same amount of time. We don't all have the same amount of energy. And when we are doing things that really light us up, then the energy that we have increases and multiplies. I have a lot of energy to do things that really light me up. I don't so much have energy to do things that don't light me up. I was watching an interview with a popular heavy metal band, and they were basically, somebody was asking them, how do you bring so much energy on stage every single time that you go on stage? And the lead singer of the band said something really interesting. He said, being up on stage and putting all this power into all these songs is like having sex. He said, it's like having sex. He said, have you ever gotten tired of having sex? Of course not. You have more sex. You have sex. You want to have more sex. After you get done having sex, you want to have some more sex. He said, it's the best thing that we have ever done. We love doing this. It gives us energy to put forth that much energy. And I remember the interviewer didn't quite understand it, but then again, the interviewer ain't a rock star. The interviewer was an interviewer of rock stars, not a rock star. And I remember just kind of like looking at the look on the interviewer's face as this person who, fronts this heavy metal band was talking about it. And they went on to just explain how when you love doing things, it gets addictive to doing them. When you love doing things, you always have the energy to do them. So I get the sex analogy was pretty fantastic because I think everybody understands that if you have the opportunity to have sex, you're going to have the energy to have some sex. Just like if they have the opportunity to play their metal music on a stage in front of a whole bunch of people, they're going to put their all into it. And so when we are doing things that are in line with our highest goals, our dreams, our ambition, we will find room for it. We will find room to be diligent at them. And it's similar to like when we go out to dinner. I can be absolutely full, but when dessert comes out, I somehow have a second stomach for that dessert. My body suppresses the desire to be full with the desire to eat 1,000 calories worth of ice cream and brownie. And so the fact is that we also have the ability to muster up that energy inside of ourselves, no matter what is going on in our lives, when we are doing things which are very much in line with our life purpose. So that stack of books that's in front of us on this card, that stack of books can look really boring if they're things that we don't want to read about, or they can look very exciting if they're things that we do. If when we open these books, it's a whole new world to us, and it's helping us to understand things that are important and things that are moving us in the direction that we are interested in going, then we are going to devour these books. When we are doing things that don't make any sense to us, that we've grown past, that we don't want to do, those books will just sit on the shelf and collect dust. So part of diligence is a focus, is an understanding of exactly what's important to us so that we can be diligent about it. Let's be diligent about the things that are most important to us. Let's prioritize today the things that are most important to us. Let's live our dreams out loud. Let's tell other people what we're doing so we can get their assistance, so that we can all move forward together, so that we can link arms and make this world a better place just by us being in it. Our diligence is required in a world of distraction, in a land of distraction, when everything in our lives is conspiring to diffuse our powerful, potent energies. Let us do the incredible thing. Let us do the extraordinary thing by simply continuously learning and improving. It's rarefied. It's a rarefied trait. I very rarely see people who do this. But when we do, and when we do it intentionally, and when we do it in the direction of our dreams, we have the very real ability, starting from today, right now, in this moment, to change the world. And that is what we all came here to do. Each and every one of us is a manifestation of a collective consciousness that is here to change this world that we reside in, to change the way that we perceive it, to continuously learn and improve, and to be better tomorrow than we were today, just like we are better today than we were yesterday. I am diligent. You are diligent today as well. Let's use our 24 hours wisely, and let's use our 24 hours that we have today and let's use our energy to remake this world in our image. My beautiful friends, thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate that you come. So good morning. Good morning to Shauna and Jan. Good morning to Dan and Susan. Wonderful to see you guys here today. Thank you so much for just being longtime watchers of this show and continuing to like it and comment and share and do all the stuff that tells social media that this message is important. I really appreciate it when everybody does that. Good morning, Silk. It's always good to see you on this show too, and Armando as well. You guys are two people who really build into others, and I very much appreciate you for being here. Good morning, Tammy. Good morning, Janet. Wonderful, wonderful people, and always with a comment. Janet in particular, always with a nice long comment to help bring your own perspective to this message, which is just such a beautiful thing. So thank you for doing that. Thank you for providing that extra context and how this message hits you. Good morning, Amy Jo. It is good to see you as well. I have definitely been more connected with you in the past, and yet I feel like we continue to have that connection here on this show every morning at 9 a.m. So thank you so much for being here. And also to the other people who are watching but haven't yet left a comment, I see you there. Even if you're just a little number on my people number of people watching screen, I see you're there. I love you. I care about you, and I believe that you are diligent as well. Let's continuously learn and improve. Let's make our lives better just because we are in them. Let's make the lives of the people around us better just by being in it. And as we continuously learn and improve, let's just continue to remake this world in our own image. My friends, I will talk to you tomorrow at 9 a.m. Until then, thank you so much for being here. And yeah, this is your daily reminder that I love you and that I care about you, that I believe in you, and that I believe that your dreams are important. And I want to live in a world where you have achieved your dreams, because that is the best kind of world to live in. Until we meet again, aloha from paradise.